Okay, for taping the box, I have one of these because it just makes things easier. You just open the box up, you tape the bottom first. So I push the two sides in, and then the tops go down. I like to leave the measurements on the outside, but I don't know if there's rules about that. And I take my tape gun and I tape it right on the seam, like that. That's the first line. Then I take two short pieces of tape, one on either side, making sure that I don't cover these holes right there, as the animals do get air through the holes. So I just add a little bit to the side here and the other side here, and the bottom is all done. So now you have an empty box, so you need to look at the foam that they gave you to fill the box with. So the foam comes in different sizes. As you can see, this is a large square piece, this is a smaller rectangular piece. The square pieces are for the top and bottom. So I will take one of these and slide it straight into the bottom, like that. And then the smaller pieces need to be sideways, not this way. So you want to put them in sideways. And those are for the sides. And they link into each other as you go. To create a nice sort of surface that the cup will sit in. And then at the very end, before you close it, is when you put your other square one at the top. But the square one at the top goes last. So now you have your box. Now it depends kind of on what temperature you're going to use. Generally, you want to put some padding, cold pack. I have one big one. You can use two of these smaller ones if that's what you have at the very bottom. And that's for padding. And then there is the deli cup. And then the deli cup that the animal is in will go right on top of that. Depending now on the weather, that will change kind of what you do. If the weather is pretty mild, like 70s and 80s, I put in a cryo pack, cryo 22 pack, just on the side, because that helps maintain temperatures. It can absorb and release if it's too hot or too cold. You can also add more gel packs, the thinner ones on the sides, which will also help maintain temperatures. And you cover the top of the tub with it too, the container that the snake is in. And then after that, I put some paper padding all around. At the end, if it's really, really hot, I would choose to use one of these. They come in squares. You cut off a little square, soak it in water, and when it gets soaked in water, you can put it in the freezer, and it makes these little freezer packets. I would only use one, and I would put it with the grainy side down, which I would probably tape to the top here and put it over the paper, making sure that it can't touch the animal. Same thing happens if it's cold out, then I use heat pack. Same thing, you open it up, tape it to the top. When you tape it to the top, you got to make sure that the lines are visible. You'll see when you do that, and then you can put that on top. Now, the final piece when closing the animal up is that they need to have well, maybe stickers if you have stickers, but the other piece is you need to have this inside the box. So you need to fill out all this information, what the common name is, the scientific name, and how many are in the box. This goes right on top with your stickers if you have them before you close it up. Now you also need one of those stickers to the outside of the box. I'll get that a little better next time. And then the final thing you're going to need, of course, is your label. I use labels that are on sticky paper. So, and with these shorter boxes, it makes it a little tricky because I have to make sure that everything can be read. There we go. And then after I do that, sorry, probably shouldn't have people's names in there. I put tape all over this so it doesn't get, I don't know, distorted by getting wet or anything like that. Another option you have, if you're printing onto just regular paper, is to use the FedEx pouch. The FedEx pouch gets taped on. So instead of the label, you tape it on here. And inside the pouch, you put where the animal is going and the label. So the label's in here instead. All right, I hope that answers any questions. Let me know if you guys have more. I'm happy to do another quick video on it. Thank you for watching.